this precious cargo you took for granted. Let my heart...
Hi, my name is Meghan Mcmillen. Not much has changed since I was little. I am still goofy and I spend most of my time either laughing or eating.
From the sky, you still wouldn't find another like mine. You had your sense of something beautiful.
I wish I could say I was an easygoing child, but I was a complete drama queen. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention my amazing style. How did I get here? I can thank my amazing but crazy family. This is my mom. Growing up, people have always told me we look like twins. My mom is my best friend. I know I could always tell her anything. I feel really lucky to be so close with her because I couldn't imagine it any other way. My mom is not only my #1 supporter, but also my biggest fan when it comes to cheerleading. She may deny it, but she has definitely become a crazy cheer mom.
I got some pictures on my phone, new names and numbers that I don't know, address to places like I've been rotate turns tonight, not turns to whatever we want. We're young enough to say, oh, this has gotta be the good life, this has gotta be the good.
Now meet my dad. He's one of the funniest people I know. He's always cracking jokes and trying to make others laugh just like me. Since my dad married a crazy cheer mom, he gets dragged to all my competitions. This is my sister Ashley. I'm jealous of her blonde hair, blue eyes, and freckles. Even though we can't go a day without fighting, I still love her. She is 3 years older than me, but I sometimes feel like the older sibling. Now that she went off to college, I miss her while she's gone, but the second she gets back, we start arguing about something stupid.
What there's to complain about when you're happy like a fool, you let it take you over. When everything is out, you gotta take it in. Oh, this has gotta be the good life.
I feel bad for my family because I had a lot of problems growing up. For about 10 years of my life since I was born, I had absent seizures. This resulted in me getting many EEGs in the hospital. I was on a lot of different medications all the time and it made my face blow up like a balloon. To make things even harder on my parents, I fell down the stairs and shattered my elbow when I was 4. After my surgery, the doctor said I would never be able to use my right arm again. Luckily, they were wrong. Now, all I have is a permanent scar on my right arm. Growing up, I was embarrassed of my scar and I always tried to hide it. Now, I never even realize it's there until somebody asks me about it. I've always been very energetic and hyper, so growing up, I played multiple sports because I always had to be doing something. I was in softball for 4 years, swim team for 6 years, and cheerleading for 11 years and counting. During elementary school and middle school, cheerleading brought me genuine happiness. I thought high school cheer would be the same, but I was wrong. In high school, girls are mean and judgmental. It was hard freshman year because I barely had any friends. I didn't fit in and I wasn't nearly as good as all the other people. I loved cheerleading my whole life, but I suddenly felt misplaced. I would cry almost every night to my mom and ask her if I could skip the next game or practice. I wanted to quit so badly, but she made me finish the season.
And I'll be me. Throwing clothes across the floor to teething claws and slamming doors.
Luckily, my mom made me finish the season because every year after that got better and better, and I started to meet all my best friends from cheer.
Why are we doing it?
My senior year has hands down been the most fun year, and competition season is just getting started. I finally feel like I belong on this team, and I love every one of my teammates. I used to be scared about coming to practice, but now I walk in every day like they're my family. Cheerleading has been a big part of my life for over 11 years, and I can't imagine my high school experience without it. Plus, I got front row seats to all the football games for the past 4 years.
I believe in working hard for what you've got, even if it don't add up to a hell of a lot. I believe most people are good and most mamas ought to qualify for sainthood. I believe most Friday nights look better under neon or stadium lights. I believe you love who you love, ain't nothing you should ever be ashamed of. I believe this world ain't half as bad as it looks. I believe most people are good.
This is my best friend Peyton. She's a year younger than me, so I didn't have her by my side during my freshman year of cheer. The next year when she made the team, cheerleading got a lot more fun for me. She brings out my crazy, but in the best way possible. I met her in preschool at a Viking summer camp, and we've been inseparable ever since. She's like my little sister, so we constantly fight, but I still love her. Everything one of us does, the other also does. For example, our first job at Gurney Park District as swim instructors, and then our second job at Chuck E. Cheese, which was one of the worst decisions ever. We've pretty much done everything together at this point.
And I'm gonna be tonight. And I'm gonna be. And I'm gonna be tonight. And I'm gonna be.
Sophomore year was one of the best but also worst years of my life. I put forth no effort into school, and I was very unmotivated to do anything. On the bright side, I made a lot of new friends, but unfortunately, I was only focused on that. Overall, school made me sad, and my grades made me even more sad. Since I had no motivation for school, I just sat back and watched all my grades dropped. I had all D's and multiple F's. I was never a bad student, so part of the reason I was sad is because I felt like I was changing and I couldn't fix it. Long story short, I failed geometry my sophomore year, and I had to retake the class in summer school. This may not seem like an important event in my life, but it was. Once I failed the class and I had to sit through summer school, I realized I did not belong there. Without the consequence of failing the class and retaking it in summer school, I would have never gotten out of my slump. Luckily, I met the right person at the right time. This is Jimmy. He has been one of my best friends since sophomore year. He's the goofiest person I know, and he is never afraid to be himself in front of others. He's one of the most determined and motivated people I know, and just being around someone like him made me want to do better. He helped me out of my slump without even trying, and I'm very thankful I met him. Now Jimmy and I have been dating for almost a year and a half, and he still motivates me to always do my best. Even on the worst days, he can make me smile and laugh.
You make me smile. I'd stop the world if it gave us time. 'Cause when you love someone.
Here's my favorite place in the whole world, Smoky Hollow Campground. Ever since I was little, I went here every summer, so a lot of my best memories are here. No matter how old I get, it's still the same amount of fun. The past 2 years, I was able to bring my best friends with me, which made this place even more special.
Open mind, dirty feet. This is what we need. So let's stay, feel this way.
In the future, I plan on going to Illinois State University and becoming a high school English teacher. I will possibly try out for the cheer team because I know it's going to be hard to let go. I'm always open to change, so whatever happens, I know will be meant to be.
Love to see you shine in the night like a diamond you are.
My name is Megan, and that was my life in a nutshell.